them historically, but they went Haven, split Icebox, and that's exactly the maps where PRX plays double duelist every time.
They struggle to deal with the double duelist comp from PRX on Haven. Maybe they can find something different on Split, or maybe not. As both duelists for PRX get the openers.
That's, yeah, exactly. The two duelists leading the charge and just dominating. Look how far back mindfreak is actually using that flash, and Jinggg and Forsaken want to just end this round right away. Frenzy meta is back, and it's fearsome.
That's a terrifying prospect. So the pistol goes absolutely sideways for the Guard, and again, it was off of the two pistols, or excuse me, the two duelists from PRX, and Forsaken and Jinggg. They were problematic on Haven, to say the least, and it seems like we're right back where we were.
I think it's going to be really interesting that JonahP has actually swapped over to the Sage, given his performance in the last map. That last game, he got caught unaware so many times.
Yeah, absolutely. The Guard not buying anything up this round. And look at how PRX approach this. They only go 2 Spectres.
Shadows traveling.
Yeah, that's a big call out, Doug. 3 pistols right here. Hoping that they can hold on. And hey, they've won every single pistol round so far, so if they just lead into another one, sure, why not? With a couple of Spectres added into it and more utility too.
It just booms the economy. Gives
him such a boon in the gun round that's coming up, and it's going to work out. It's going to pay off huge dividends.
More kills go back.
They just lost both Spectres too, although now that they've actually traded out to kill against JonahP, it's only Sayaplayer, and that is a huge win for PRX.
And they should be
cases, but that was only on certain maps too. PRX takes it to another level.
Yeah, it looks like they have a quick setup, the Paranoia, and then the double satchel from Jinggg to take Heaven control. And the Guard play off of that a bit, knowing that they have the cover of the tripwire. Look at Jinggg, what a lunatic!
Wait, did they hear it? Yes, they did. He still doesn't have a weapon.
Forsaken's in a world of hurt. He's not able to get away. Numbers advantage in favor of the Guard.
Opts to full bonus this one too. After even saving on the second round, that's ridiculous. Flash out. Is there a swing?
The spam. Oh, he's not able to find anything.
One enemy remaining.
It's Benkai alone in this 1v2, and valyn cleans him up. So that was...
And you could hear actually a little bit of their comms in the last game. Definitely felt that way, you know? Much looser than yesterday. Already got that showstopper op from Jinggg. And the response from them, Forsaken with the op. That's what saving. And playing that full bonus allowed him to get forward.
Saya playing super tight with the judge. Up and be Heaven, depending on where Benkai decides to go.
Sure.
May be problematic. And it looks like they want to hit a B split.
They're already taking down camera of net, so smoke response from valyn all the way from the other side. Here comes
the tripwire! The tripwire! But Jinggg gets through it. The ultimate hasn't spotted anyone. They scatter, and they don't give him an inch to work with. The swing up from Benkai not able to land.
He's gone.
Yeah, mindfreak's gonna try to get the spike down. Look at him hunting for Benkai. Look at Sayaplayer, goes aggressive, dashes around the corner, gets the kill. Meanwhile, mindfreak and the rest of PRX have established site control. There's a Paranoia out as the Guard try to retake it, and they've taken care of one of the duelists. You still have Forsaken with an operator. Playing up close, mindfreak having to turn away from the flash, still lands a kill, tries to reposition, and ultimately
it's not playing for him.
Yeah, Devaya.
Impossible.
Yeah, the round's not going to go their way, but I mean, that's a big kill onto JonahP too. We've talked so much about economy because of the way PRX...
Well, it does feel like they slowed down a little bit in some instances with Jinggg and Forsaken, the way that they're just high speed over and over. Kind of feels like they should slow down even a little bit more, get their play a little under control. What a shot! And that's the op versus Marshall.
Put down.
The Guard have to try to get out of this as cleanly as they can. Quiet approach out from PRX here.
And there's still 2 players on the other side of the map too. Oh, come on. And we already saw that trip too, so That's a big mistake from Benkai, who was in a great position to potentially find a rotator.
And I wondered if it looked like he was essentially just trying to bait, right? Like forced to swing out, not expecting the spam through the wall so Forsaken can get the pick because he was holding that angle with the Marshall, but I don't know that he was expecting JonahP to spam through it.
So what, to just go into tripwire to bait him? I mean, that's some big brain stuff. I don't know about that one, but could be. Absolutely. Trying to set up for Forsaken. I mean, one thing that we saw throughout their playoff run was how often they're trying to set up that Marshall pick, so
30
you
seconds
might be
left.
right, honestly.
One enemy remaining.
Very nice flip on JonahP. You mentioned him being on the Sage this time, the breach of previous map, and how well he performed. JonahP holding the op, so he's not giving it over to Saya. And Saya's playing up in heaven. The early wall goes up, mid control. You mentioned something at PRX. Feel like they need.
Right there.
Oh,
It's gonna be hard here.
big trap there. Nade plus rolling thunder, but they're already in the site, and Saya doesn't get the kill, so they have to completely retool this round and reposition. But they hold on to heaven. That guy's gonna plant for it, so look to mindfreak for making massive plays here, especially if they commit off of heaven with his ult, but they're just fighting straight back instead. Great play from PRX. Hard to deal with now, especially the fact that Trent's rotated over into spawn.
Saya gets pushed off. You hear the rolling thunder come through. It's not going to hit anyone as control has been established in heaven out from PRX. They decided to forego this site. You hear the ult come through, and now the neural theft pops as well. Is mindfreak with a massive shot. Spots net 2, and he falls. Got the guard.
Player standing.
Trying to keep them back. Benkai so weak. He's gonna have to go absolutely ballistic here to pull this off. He's gotten it down to a 1v1. And again, valyn's so weak, but the 4K out from the leader for the guard, but he's not gonna get the defuse in time.
That is crazy. I didn't even realize how much time that retake took in, but that situation was firmly in their control until it got down to one person still. Fast again, up a ramp. I was gonna say, come on, not again.
They have found an opening. They found windows that they like on A, and they continue to exploit that. This time, Trent falls victim to the judge.
Good from Jinggg to actually fall back in that situation. Use the boom bot to hold the space. And once again, planning for heaven, but
Spike planted.
this time they've given up some space, and mindfreak has a potential high-low here with Jinggg. No, he's gone. Raze in play as well. 5 versus 3.
Shadows traveling.
Mindfreak's still in a spot where he might make something happen here. You hear the showstopper come through. The paranoia is going to clear out through pillar, but mindfreak goes massive for PRX, and Forsaken does too. Oh, it looked like they had control, but it slips out of their grips yet again.
Fun.
They've played so far that seems like they have some element of control, but that A side, they've swapped, just put the camera over there, no trips, and they're playing really, really in sight this time instead of giving it up completely. And nobody more closer towards that ropes that can be taken advantage of by Jinggg. PRX does not care though. Whether or not there could be changes, but look at the push inside of B main. That's where net
That's
is.
different. Yep.
That's much different. They know what's happening. Sai is already cheating his way over. And Trent could give a massive fault line over towards valyn as well.
He has the fault. He has the Vandal too, the only one with rifle.
He's in sight already. What?
Probably going to regret that one. And there's the Vandal that I was just talking about. As valyn's able to clean one up. This might be one of the thrifty rounds that we've been waiting for as the rifle cleans up 3 and the guard tie us back up.
Ready to try to take this to a map 3. All in mid this time. It's kind of a little bit of a light buy as well from PRX. They've broken the money. There's the stopping power that I was talking about.
Delay, delay, delay. The wall, the slow orb, the nade. Does give you a little bit of damage there onto Forsaken. Armor gone. Healed back up. That too was filthy.
Yeah. And they're controlling the extremities as well. Still got main control. Nobody pushing A main though, because net's back over towards that side.
B main either. You see the paranoia just narrowly misses as Saya tries to stay up top, tries to keep them back. He's able to take one with him, but that's all it's going to be. The flash swing out as Trent tries to take one down. Maybe the showstopper. for Jinggg can be what gets this round
switching.
secured for the
He's
guard.
walking.
Surely you don't expect
No.
this. Surely you don't expect this.
Spike planted.
It's a 1v2. He's got nothing but a Spectre.
Yeah, but look, mindfreak actually pushed into spawn given the way that actually happened. He saw how valyn was coming back towards stairs.
But it's going to be all about timing. If he can clear up into heaven, you're going to know that's exactly where he's coming from. And they're expecting it anyway, but it turns around at the last second. The timing, perfect for Net. A 1v1.
Oh, the smoke again, one way to keep him completely blind when he goes for the defuse, but he's committing.
And he doesn't have a weapon to fight back. Not really. Up into heaven. There it is, the swing out. Now he knows where mindfreak
That's
is.
too
Tries
high.
to bait it out. And mindfreak just playing games with him at this point, but Net lands the shots!
With a Spectre! Come on, man. That is cold. Another Red Bull clutch, and this time...
Action. Just ice. Two operators in play here. One in the hands of Forsaken, the other in the hands of Saya. Similar early setup out of PRX-2. Get the wall down, test the water, see what you can find.
Yeah, but this was the approach that was actually not working out. The rounds that they have outside of pistol
Absolutely.
round was, and the anti-eco, was those A hits that they went for twice in a row. But look at this re-exploration again. Up in A heaven. Big one way for JonahP to work off of. Thanks to valyn. And also could peek off of the trap. Also that cage recover and give a wall hack if they don't break it.
Here. Oh, they've spotted a little bit.
It's more than a little bit. If you see Jinggg, you kind of know where they're going, honestly.
You got to keep an eye on the clock here. Just a little over 30 seconds left. This delay setup that the guard have
30 seconds left.
has proven to be effective last couple of rounds, and there it is. It's going to continue to be a problem as JonahP gets two. Not able to get the third as Forsaken tries to swing the round right back, and Benkai's going to do it too.
Spike. He has to go fast. Trent's here. Oh!
Forsaken, 13 seconds left with the spike. Should be able to get it down.
10 seconds left. Spike
This man
planted.
just ran spray with a Vandal, getting the spike by himself, knowing exactly what he has to do. That could have been a round one immediately for Saya if he got that kill, or if Forsaken doesn't get that. Now they're set up high-low in the back of sight. mindfreak back in B main too. Very, very difficult for Sayaplayer to win, but okay.
And it's surely almost impossible. Saya has no idea where they are either.
Could be coming from heaven, exactly. Saya knows. This is already starting to be one of those halves that just Forsaken. Okay, no more analysis. I was going to call out a bunch of stuff. Nah, no worries. Guard played that great. I mean, that was a good setup. That flash actually a little low, but there's nobody here, and Trent's actually just going to respond. He's flashed now. Oh my goodness.
Great rolling thunder, great flash up from Trent as they try to delay a bit more. It's been a few rounds since we've seen PRX explore A, but they're back to their old antics. They're back to their troubling ways. Forsaken dashing across. He's got the Bladestorm in his pocket. The res comes through after Jinggg. He checks the 50, but no. Trent takes care of him again. That's 2 big kills for him already.
Just with the classic. Somebody picked up his Vandal when he got rezzed.
Now scoops up the Spectre. Still on light armor, though. Or, excuse me, no armor.
The guard don't trust that they're going to continue with this hit. They think that they've already stuffed it. And yes, they have. But they're still here. mindfreak TP's up. Almost got the kill on the valyn.
He's been up there before. This time drops down.
valyn got into
Repositioned.
sight.
And look at Trent's flank.
Even with this flank, they're keeping that over. JonahP finally cheating up over towards ropes, but scared of a possibility of them still calling the audible. 30 seconds left.
30
Sai's
seconds
got an
left.
angle on them. He just saw them cross.
Trent moving a little bit faster this time. Sayaplayer's fallen. PRX with heaven control. But perhaps backside can be what they need. No, valyn falls too.
Trent is so slow on this. Are they going to plant for heaven in the open? No, he's safe.
He might be able to delay. Oh, there it is. Mindfreak falls.
Seconds left.
Oh, Trent not able to delay the plant, so that goes down. Numbers advantage in favor of the guard.
Remaining.
And it goes from bad to worse. Divide, we haven't talked about him very much. In a position to be the hero for PRX here in a 1v3. He's healthy. He was healthy. As it all goes away, JonahP's going to get the defuse. The guard take the lead.
caged himself in there too. That flank was perfect for Trent. I thought it was going to be a little late in Benkai.
I think they want to go fast A. You see the pings on the mini-map.
Here's
They're
the
all
slow.
stacking A.
Landing in heaven.
You hear the Blade Storm comes online. The Paranoia is going to clear out back A, but the Guard they're just giving up the space.
Double dive into heaven.
Happy to play retake.
valyn knows though.
Saya trying to spam through the smoke, and Jingg's waiting for it. He gets a second, he gets a third, and now the showstopper becomes a problem. They've got to give the space up. They can't afford to challenge. He gets away just in the nick of time, repositions, stays alive.
Omen ult to escape. I haven't seen so much of that in one game ever.
They're all going to push into heaven together. Trent, valyn, the two, they're there, but it's the ace for Jinggg to get them to 6. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's really interesting because they have a lot of flexibility in terms of pushing for map control early. But one of the problems is if that map control doesn't result in a hard stop, a hard hold on this defensive side, that retake becomes a lot more difficult. You do have double dives still possible, but you don't have the breach to help with the fault lines and extra flashes. So mindfreak has to be very, very specific with how he uses his paranoia. Look how slow the Guard is. Not giving up much at all, and that's actually given some false information to Forsaken. mindfreak, by the way, has not bought a paranoia this round. He's up on top inside that B site. And if Forsaken cannot hold in towards heaven, and they come in that direction, that's such a difficult spot to play from. This one right here.
Forsaken's already been tagged out. Has to dash away. I'm going to say threw everything they had at him.
He's there to get the heal, and they're rotating fast, so this is going to be a hold that they can fight with, and he's inside Benkai with a frenzy.
There's a tripwire there. Oh, and it starts to pull some of them back. Benkai, you mentioned with the frenzy, he's able to take care of valyn. Ultimately meets his demise, but not without taking one for his troubles. Numbers advantage in favor of PRX. You're right, they're out. They haven't really established anything. They don't even have the spike in their hands. Devi's been tagged up. He ultimately falls, and the Guard take the pistol.
And that's an example.
Marshall for Forsaken, a shorty for Jinggg. Oh, and for Devi.
This is exactly how you respond to the Guard. Look at the spread. Sorry, this is how Guard should respond to PRX. That's what I'm trying to say. The spread very good. The default, they're holding positions.
Was playing with fire.
And didn't even get any info from it in the first place.
Gets healed back up, and there's the shorty that we were talking about earlier.
If he's good for 2, that's crazy.
Oh dear. Just on the other side, Trent pushing forward. Saya's there too. He's able to get one. That's all it is, though. And the Marshall's not doing any work yet. The second shorty, a second kill. And Forsaken. Oh my gosh, Forsaken!
Strike down A.
We highlighted that they brought very little into this round. It was shorties and Marshalls. And that was exactly what they needed.
That's just malicious
30 seconds left.
with the Marshall from Forsaken.
Trent finds himself in this 1v4.
Got the
He's not getting the spike either. A Thrifty comes through as Forsaken gets 3. I mean, nothing.
Broken money. The power of Thrifty's so strong. And this is not a round where you can really rely on trying to find a pick, because even if they push into you, they still have the advantage. They still have the opportunity to find some kills, find some space. Jinggg might be here in time. He's just going to swing, actually delay them, keep them inside that smoke in the slow too.
Exactly, the slow orb. And they've also got a paranoia set up for mindfreak. He's in a position to drop it. But the Guard cut noise. They pull away. Are they coming back? My goodness, they're coming back.
This feels like PRX in terms of insistence on this mid.
Remember, again, the setup that they have, as soon as they have idea that that's where it is,
They're going to double swing.
it's going to be a problem. mindfreak's getting pushed. There's the paranoia, and it hits. Devi's able to get 2. They've managed to huddle up.
What is
and
that?
nail.
Oh! This guy's
Down mid.
ridiculous. I already said he's a psychopath. He just double satchel out of ropes with nothing at all. And Forsaken cleans it up too. That.
PRX with a narrow lead. You've got the operator for Forsaken.
He's peeking A main. Again, the guard going back to the same old game plan. What happened to those timeouts?
Jinggg taking space mid. Oh, he's getting froggy. He's getting froggy, isn't he?
Yep. And Forsaken at the same time, too. How do you deal with this? I mean, they're defaulting. They're literally playing exactly how you should. And Forsaken and Jinggg just don't care. Yeah, come on, man. Yep.
Loosen up.
How? Like, how? At this point, you almost have to expect just the chaos, right? Like, you have to expect the craziest plays that could possibly come.
Just lost the op. There's the res. Actually, this is really still playable.
Showstopper out from Jinggg.
He's
Not
saving
gonna
so
find
much time.
anyone.
Look at Devi. He's in the sewers, and they're not even going that direction. There's so much space here. He's going to be able to cut them off on the cross. He's also potentially going to get a slow down, too.
And he hears them. So you see the rotation out from mindfreak. He's already made it back to B. Devi waiting.
30
That's only
seconds
one.
left.
Still got the paranoia here. 25 seconds. They've got to get through mindfreak. There's a fault line. That gets him.
The paranoia attempted to delay, and it does. Trent, we're trying to play off the flash.
Come on. They still have a one-way. I mean, come on. Feels like now. Here's a different look, though. The guard out in eco. They've got a lot of sheriffs and some light armor. Going fast towards A, so the stopping power going to be a factor. But look, they've already pushed down mid. They already know what's happening.
Saya tried to go up over the wall, but Devi, who's already gotten 3 on the round, cleans him up. Jinggg gets one to boot. And Trent again finds himself in a brutal position. A prime gaming flawless comes through his paper.
Actually putting this up.
And it's just crazy. They've won 4 rounds in a row. They have a 3-round lead.
And there have been no solutions from
None.
the guard.
None at all.
There's something. Pushing off and actually fighting early for the space. Instead of...
But look at how much space is being taken mid. Once again, PRX. They've got the op, but they're waiting for it.
There you go.
Excellent adaptation from the guard.
Well, that's what they were doing, to be honest. He went for the wall to try to get the res, too. And Nat was not in a position to punish, so that actually could have worked out. But thankfully, valyn has more backup in the form of Sayaplayer as well.
Where is everyone hiding?
Neural theft out from net.
The flash! And the B main!
They're pushing off of the paranoia. Again, the pace at which they play.
They force us back to a 4 versus 4, but it's all coming back over towards Benkai right now, and it's fast, actually.
But there's so much utility. You've got 2 tripwires, you have cages, the cam, you've got everything set up.
No more
Delay
talk.
has been a problem.
Careful these trips. They haven't hit the site and actually damaged and gone through them, so...
There's one. That's just so easy. Benkai's able to slip into the smoke, grab the kill, pop right back out.
Here.
And here's the res.
Saya gets the spike down, but you're right, the res brings Forsaken back up. He still has that operator in hands. A 5v3 is a 5v2.
And the way that Sayaplayer's playing there, I don't think Benkai spotted him, but no read gonna happen. But Jingg's in the side, he just naded himself.
Of course he's in the side. Of course he just goes. valyn falls Trent. So I feel like we've highlighted this a couple of times in an unwinnable 1vx situation. This time a 1v5. Jinggg gets the defuse. PRX get to 11.
They've swapped net back over towards B. Or sorry, no. They've swapped, actually, Benkai over towards B instead of using those kill trips that he has on A.
I thought they were going to go fast. You have an operator and Forsaken, a 5-man stack out from the guard A. Roomba's going to get some info.
Very interesting. I mean, okay, they spotted where Jinggg is. Let's go the other way. I mean, maybe that's kind of a little bit of what that is. But they know that Forsaken's lurking somewhere else. In this case, it is actually at A. And he's just gotten so much info. I mean, they're holding mid. This is the first smoke that's actually blocking vision for them to cross over into ropes. And they've got a setup here.
Jingg's already here.
He got through the smoke.
Way. He
the bootbot
slips right
clears.
through it.
There's no flash, though, for mindfreak. He's not in a position to do it, but they think that this is clear.
As soon as the smoke goes down, I mean, the trap has been sprung.
The only saving grace is that there is a smoke here at all.
What a flick. What a flick out from Saya.
And that is just suspicious, that smoke from mindfreak.
That could have spelled disaster.
Yep, absolutely could have.
Still an operator for Forsaken.
Camera up.
Spotted.
Dude, the fact that he's going for this right now is ridiculous.
He's just
Big ol' misses.
fearless. Sayaplayer cleans up the kill. After all, as he goes up top, he gets a 3rd on the round, taking care of Forsaken. The nade to deny any sort of additional advance from spawn. And that's exactly where the 2 remaining members of PRX-R.
And JonahP is in mid as well, so he has a chance to completely
Spike
shut this round
planted.
down if the eventual flank from net and hold from net doesn't work out. He's actually starting to explore, given the fact that PRX might go for a save, but they're not even.
Cover going out.
mindfreak with the paranoia, the spam. He takes space, he swings out! Benkai's in a 1v4 and he's not going to be able to clean it up. The guard get to 8.
I mean, the way that they did that this time is not spread too thin, hold one section of the map, re-explore. I love that, actually. A different way to take control.
Yeah, much harder to get picked off if you can trade off around each other.
Same thing. Look. No camera. Did he already break it? Yeah, he already did.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
That's a bit of a easy kill there from Forsaken, and they're still sticking with the idea. And actually, that snuck into a position. Forsaken has no clue.
Yeah.
This is a free kill. Jinggg just got 2 kills in mid, by the way. This kill, well, yes, might be impactful.
Oh no, he got too greedy!
He knew. He knew that wall went up. There should have been somebody else. He didn't hear him run away, and Trent's again in a position that's very difficult to win. We've said he has I mean, I'm done with this.
Of course he has a shorty.
Yeah, I'm done.
PRX get to map point, get to Syria, what's considered to be one of the best regions in Valorant, and PRX in a position to do it again. Yeah, you're right.
Now against NA, PRX. Jinggg has already gotten an early kill, and it's on Sayaplayer. They're going back to that same old. At
the same time, they tried to take B control, and they succeeded. They applied pressure from different sides. And it's only 3 left for the guard.
And valyn even tried to regroup with his team fast to hit that B site, but no. It's pressure on all sides, and it's crumbling on top of the guard.
Look at the op in the hands of Forsaken pushing forward. They're just surrounding them. They have mid control, but that's all they have. I mean, literally surrounding them. A circle drawn around the 3 that remain for the guard.
And again, no clue that Jinggg is here.
He's right behind him. Trent seems to be expecting something.
He's so patient too. I mean, come on.
Oh.
And he heard both of them in the ropes.
Fault line. Not able to get it. Forsaken with the operator. He drops 2. Trent gets 2. 3v2. The Rolling Thunder comes through.
Finds
30
nothing.
seconds left.
And they're all grouped up here. They're going to be able to take having control and really put on the heat. Neither of them have crossed over towards the B main side.
Where do they go? I mean, they're on top of each other. Trent with the flash. Trent with the swing. Not able to land the shots. It all falls down to valyn. Oh, he's got to make magic happen. 30 HP. 6 bullets left. Outnumbered. Outgunned. And falls. Benkai.